This video is sponsored by Ace Defender. It's been 4 years since the first episode of Why Races, and I cannot slump into the eternal sleep before this goddamn series is finished. So, humans. The vanilla ice cream flavor of World of Warcraft, their most consistent criticism being why play a human in a fantasy world full of more fantastical species to play as, and that's a fair point. But in a world with so many different and wildly unrealistic creatures, aren't humans kind of the ones that are special? We get to see how the normal, weak, fragile body of Homo sapiens survive and adapt to being thrown into a world of demons, dragons, and elemental firelords who die and come back as often as store chains hold a birthday sale. But I've seen this point so much against humans that maybe, just maybe, accusing something of being basic with the most basic argument is kind of ironic. Put some respect in their name. They are one half of the reason Warcraft ever got this far. Where were your elves, cow people, and drunk cave dwellers then? Not even important enough to have been placed into the main story yet. Before we continue, a word from this video sponsor, Ace Defender. Ace Defender is a high-quality SRPG with tower defense elements. The storyline is of a rebellion in the Dragon Clan which threatens the balance of good and evil in the world. A certified classic fantasy narrative. Ace Defender has over 40 chapters, nearly 2,000 levels of solo-player RPG storyline, which is experienced through turn-based RPG battles and tower defense modes. The heroes you fight with are from 5 different factions: Divine, Demon, Nature, Shadow, and Light. And the 48 heroes from the game's launch all have deep background stories to dig into and get a fuller grasp of this universe. Not to mention that new heroes are added every 2 weeks. You can level and gear them up, combine them in different combos, go on expeditions in solo mode, explore dungeons and get rare loot in PvE, and go head to head with other players in PvP across servers. And if you download the game through the link in the description, you can, as a new player, gain a bunch of rewards when you reach level 10. 150k gold, 700 diamonds, and the legendary hero Seal Boulevard Lepes, just to name a few. So, if Ace Defender seems fun to you, go download it. Link in the description. Thanks to Ace Defender for supporting the channel. Now, let's get back to talking about virtual human beings. The backstory of humans is that they are meat-made bastardizations of the stone and metallic Rykel, due to the curse of flesh from the old god Yogg-Saron, which to me is one of the most interesting plot points in WoW lore that never really got enough attention. Like, they could have given humans some form of existential storyline regarding the entry into Ulduar, the prison of Yogg-Saron, the being that created their species. Could have made for a great daddy issue story arc, the bastard son and daughters returning to their maker, asking him what they did to deserve lower back pain, pollen allergies, and hemorrhoids. So humans are pretty interesting. They have some of the best characters in all of Warcraft, like Varian Wrynn the Disenchanted, who is the only character I know of in all of WoW lore that was literally split in two. A lazy vain king and a rank 1 gladiator. And it seems to me like this should be a pretty big deal that this is possible, but it was just kind of a one-time thing. We also have Jaina Proudmoore, a prominent figure in practically Warcraft's entire franchise, and is definitely the most shipped character in its history. We have Arthas Menethil, who is Warcraft, his and the Lich King storyline being the most integral part of the in-game narrative since Warcraft 3. Even in present expansions, the Ripples of the Frozen Throne are still the cause of the main storylines. We also have the Guardian Medivh, who is one of my all-time favorite characters. Just the way one man can cause so much shit is admirable. The man was literally harboring the essence of a titan, opened the gates for the orcs who were searching for greener grass in a new world only to later settle down in Durotar, and then he got killed by his best friends, revived by his mom, became a crow, warned the world of the Titan Sargeras' impending invasion of Azeroth, got Donowald, showed up in people's dreams, practically caused the preservation of the entire planet, and then just retired and was never heard from again. The mystery around this friendly Freddy Krueger is still felt in practically every expansion since Warcraft 3. But as cool as he still is one half of the reason Medan exists. And if there's one character that the World of Warcraft community does not like, you may assume it's Sylvanas. But no. If there's one that nobody seems to legitimize, it's Medan. I'm fairly sure he was such a Gary Sue that Blizzard themselves wrote him out of the lore. The one time a WoW retcon was in order. All the other ones make me unsure if everything I think I know about Warcraft is even legit anymore. But humans have not only made for some of the best characters, but also they look smashing in gear. all gear. The main reason I hear that people choose to play human is for how they look in transmogs. They also have had some of WoW history's best racial abilities for PvP, so you can pretend you chose human to be an ambitious gladiator, but do know that we are all vain sometimes. It's okay to want to look dashing. And at last, if you're a horde player and your question why human is more for the culinary experience, why should I eat a human being? Well, you could try the Okra method of leaving the human's blood inside the carcass and cook it for some added flavor and juiciness. Or perhaps venture into the troll kingdom where they pick the meat from the bones and produce some nice jerky. Plenty of options out there. Thank you, Wowpedia, for this random fact. And with that, let's go into some viewer submitted answers to why human. People who play humans in fantasy games are the same people whose favorite album is Radio Top 100. Okay. The only race worse than humans are the gnomes. Do you know that there's Volpera in this game? Now, humans are fine, but in this game you have cow people, alien space goats, a fuck ton of elves, and you choose to pick a human. After almost 2 decades, the WoW community is pretty easy to read. The vanilla of vanilla, little to no taste. Lore is good, don't get me wrong, but why be a human when you can literally be a Draenei or a Horde? Again, if you play a human, you are the most basic and boring people I can imagine. I've never understand in fantasy games where people can be any interesting and cool race and still choose to play a human. They have ruined my life. Every time I go to greet people, I say King's Honor, friend, and light be with you, yet I can't help but admire them for their strong physique. Shave that hair, and in my honest opinion, humans are actually the most underestimated race in terms of interesting lore. They are not just generic humans, they are constructs turned towering warriors turned small, but without sacrificing their ferocity, i.e. troll wars. Thank you, Zorik. Historically, they appear to have been used mostly as elven sex toys. I have no clue why this is. They are almost as hideous as murlocs, but elves are a kinky lot. Seth Kennedy, what the hell are you talking? What are you talking about, dude? Wait, Seth, okay, I think it's a good time to stop here. I think Solkak has some reports for us. I think, just go over to him, thank you. Hello, Kakio, I'm in Okma right now, and let's talk about some humans, shall we? Yes, let's go. Hello, hi. What is your name? My name is Slacker, and this is my pal Bandit. Your name resonates with me, Slacker, a lot. You've gotten a fan in me, and Bandit too. Thanks very much. It's a pretty good name. Always nice to have a fan. Yeah, that's what I always say. Can I ask you a very special question? If only I knew what it was like to have one. Okie dokie? What do you think of humans? Oh, well, I don't know. They're kind of boring looking, yeah? They don't know how to have fun. Okay. Any particular reason for that? What's not fun about them? Well, they ride around their high horses, literally thinking they are so cool, but they aren't. Not cool like me and you, heck no. Heck no, my friend. They ain't shit compared to us. They have boring names like Bob and Jim, and the city is boring. Not full of spikes or pits of doom or anything. The thrill of almost dying in my hometown is certainly not boring. But in a world of such fantastical beings as you and I, aren't the boring humans kinda interesting? Like, how do they live and survive with their fragile bodies? I can't spell tonight, holy shit. Well, they're easy to fool, easy to steal from, stuff like that, so they have their uses. Okay. So perhaps, to you, they aren't so boring cause they have a certain use. You can use them for fun. Well, that is true. Oh, and we can use them for target practice. You seen the giant cannon we have in our Bridgewater Harbor? Aimed right at the city? Giggles at you. That's genocide, Slacker. It's called fun. Oh, wow. Kaboom! Slacker, I think it's good you aren't not a slacker. Explosions are fun after all. It's really fun. But, heck yeah, I am a good troll, man. I don't need to be blown up to be fun, right? Well, we built a cannon, got use it on something? Can't shoot Deathwing, he's dead. Can't shoot Garrus, he's dead. What are you saying? I've been nothing but a friend to you. A big giant cannon of doom needs to blow up something. Yeah. You know what? Thank you for the conversation. Very interesting. You really have a knack for fun. Thanks. Being awesome. You have a good time with your explosions and stuff. Heck yeah. Good night. Night. Kiru. I have seen that name before. Yeah, why not? Hi. Quick question? Question mark? Oh, hello? Yes, what is it? Tell me, little fella. What do you think of the humans? Oh, the humans? They attacked a lot of my people back in Voldun, burned caravans, not a nice bunch. Okay, so you think they're immoral murderers? I've often heard they are boring, but that doesn't exactly sound boring to me. I think they're stuck-up bullies. I don't know if they are just stuck-up bullies if they burn your homes. Oh, you should ask the orcs. They hate humans. Really hate them. Yeah, sure. Where do I find orcs? There's one. Where? Behind you. Oh, well, golly me. That is indeed an orc. Good you have eyes. Tell me, wolf riding orc. Tell you what, blue friend. What do you think of humans? Your sworn enemies? Humans? Pff, weak-willed worms. They have no sense of honor, no sense of survivability, no sense of selflessness, no nothing. No, they survive like pests. Like cockroaches? Exactly like cockroaches. Or like them. Breadcup points at Kiru? Hey, oh. I think we have a new garage in our hands. Tiava sniffs you? Oh, it's another peril. I am no garage. If I was, you'd be dead by now. Is that a threat? No. If I was threatening you, you'd be burned to a crisp. Is that a threat? Yes. Oh, golly me. Happy now? That does spice things up, does it now? But say, you think they are worms? Are they not at all boring to you? Very much so. How? In what ways? What is the boredom that humans bring to your psyche? Stale, boring, always doing the same thing, always blaming the Horde and orcs for everything that goes wrong, when in reality it is the humans that bring their downfall upon themselves. It was that Medivh fella who opened the portal to you guys himself. Not to us. I came from Draenor, not Outland. I see, so you are not at all to blame. Of course not. And yet the humans do. Anyone who thinks such things are morons. Indeed they do. Humans are morons. Thank you for this insight, sir. No problem, blue friend. From threats to friendship. How about that, eh? I guess he isn't so bad after all. He did just call you a cockroach, though. Yes, and I do not retract that statement. I'm sure he'd change his mind once he got to know me, or become even more convinced. Doubt it, I might still appreciate you for the person you are, but you kind of will always be considered cockroaches to me. Lo, it is the new garage. Kiru's ears flatten, wow. For all it's worth, Furball, you at least haven't humped my leg yet. I respect that. You should be glad I'm not my father. My father would have burned you all on sight, hosted you, and ate you at the front gate. Lo, this guy's starting to scare me. You do know burnt food isn't healthy for you, right? Even if you were to toast and eat me, I'd still get revenge when you are at stage 4 stomach disease. Kiru blinks at you. I wasn't talking about you. When I was talking about burning you and eating you, I was talking about the cockroaches, or in other words, Wolfera. Well, I think all burnt food is, but that's not of my concern now, but yours. You're not leaving me with this guy, are you? Thank you too very much for your information. It's been lovely. My pleasure. Don't burn him. I won't. He's a good guy. I'm not my father. You are not. You have a heart of a teddy bear. You should probably run now. Well, back to you, Kakio, in the studio. Thank you, Solkak, for that. This is the end of the video. So, human, yay or nay? Let me know down below what you think of them yourself. And yeah, bye-bye. Thank you once again to Ace Defender for sponsoring this video, and thank you for watching, for making this all possible for me. Without you, I'd be nothing. So yeah, thank you for that, and the new videos coming soon, the new direction, everything else. I'm very excited for it, so yeah, I hope you like it too. You know, we'll see. Whatever happens, happens, man. Okay, you know, thank you, bye.